It's good, YouTube. I'm gonna hit y'all with one more of these Jones for the day. Now, what y'all think I'm gonna say? Do you know what I'm gonna say? Anyway, JFK. Didn't expect that one, did you? But that's what I said, JFK. All right, now, so let's see. People say there's an assassin who shot him. They say two people shot him at the same exact time. They say that, what's the other one? Was it somebody in the car? Yeah, I think it was somebody in the car shot him. We got Oswald, two shooters, the dude in the car, and some other conspiracy shits that could or could not be. I don't really give a fuck, but I'm just going to broaden the thing up some, because I had this thought for a while. Oh yeah, if y'all didn't see, I got my tips. I bushed them out. I lie and tell them. But yeah, it had me thinking about something more simple, because you know how I make things simple, you know, to the point where it's just like sitting right on the tip of your nose and shit, and you like looking cross-eyed, staring at the shit and stuff like that. But I'm like, what if none of this shit ever happened? You know, because we talk about how, you know, time-space illusion and shit, time-space and illusion, the holographic world and all of that stuff, and particles inside of particles inside of particles, then melanin, then inside of that you got a whole bunch, another world and stuff. So we know how that goes. But let's put that illusion aside and focus on this. What about the illusion that none of it ever happened? I mean, the illusion that he got shot in the first place. What if that was an illusion? What if the motherfucker never even died? What if he had so much control and so much attention that they was willing to let that happen just so they can still use the power? Think about it. One president stays in office, JFK for example. He doesn't get shot. Not saying he did. I'm just saying, let's play it out. Say he doesn't get shot. And he would have did his term, right? And he would have did all that superhero saving the world shit and lowered taxes and healthcare and all the whatever. Shit would have got cool and all that stuff. That's what people figure in their head. So peep this. What if that whole thing was just a hoax? This would actually mean that all the presidents after, if he could fake, I don't think y'all ready for this. If he could fake his death, right, he would become an immortal. How? Because each president after him were only president because he put them there. I don't think y'all catch that one. That's when you ask yourself, what else could be there? And that's just an example. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it is or not. I'm saying that to say this. You have movies where they have 20,000 people running around, rioting, doing crazy shit. And I mean, they paying, I don't know the specifics, But they can get 20,000 people to do stuff because they do it in movies all the time. They make news feeds within the news. They make news feeds within the movie that you're watching. So which one is actually real? Because we're not there. You get what I'm saying? And you can say that you know people that said that they were there, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything because you're not keeping in mind that this is an illusion. So that means that if this whole thing is an illusion, it's nothing but signals being sent to different places in your head telling you what to feel against your hand and how dense something is, and then it creates your full position inside of this hologram. Well, then what in turn is the inside of the hologram? Real? See, people just say that things are illusions, but then they don't apply it to the rest of everything. And it just had me thinking, like, there is a reality somewhere. Okay, and that reality can only exist within truth. It can't exist anywhere else. So this is why people think things are real. I finally got why people think shit is real. People don't think shit is real because someone says something is biotic and abiotic. Because that's just living and inanimate objects. But the living, so-called living thing and the inanimate objects are still not real. Either way, it doesn't make a damn difference. Just like you can have all 20 different computers that existed in the past 15 years will not equal up to what the computer's going to be next year. Okay? It doesn't have to be that just because it's, you get what I'm saying? Neither one, which of the 20 makes that one? None of them do. So that's why things continue. And I think that's what all the patterns in life are showing us, that there's always more. You just keep thinking that this is it. But there's more of this and more of this and more of this. It just keeps on unfolding into more stuff. But you could be living in the biggest illusion ever. And it's not that it's an illusion and fuck it, it's not real and blah, blah, blah and shit. Just understand what type of gift that is. There's a gift. If you can even comprehend that something isn't real, that's incredible. Because a lot of people do not know what is real and what isn't real. They don't know the difference between the two. They think it's just something that you can touch and it's something that you're thinking in your head. But everything starts off of a thought. Which means if you had no thoughts, you couldn't do anything. So what's real? Hold on now. Don't fall. But, you know, that you got to put that shit into play. Put it into play. Your whole thing could be an act. Not just be, and people think that, sometimes people think like the person's going to know what they're doing. It doesn't work that way. Each one of these presidents for the past 50 years didn't know what the fuck they was doing. They just doing it. They don't know what the fuck they were doing. They're just doing. Okay, they think that they're doing something, and then we get into this type of knowledge, and then we start applying it. It's I don't know what it is. It's this whole thing. I think it comes from like Buddhist knowledge and the Confucius sayings and stuff where we all are one, and the Indian teachings and shit. So it makes you think that just because you know something that suddenly applies to the rest of the world, but it doesn't.